Hi, I'm Daniel Keef, founder and CEO of Pivotly, with a short video on how to use the Pivotly Operational Data Platform, ODP, to synchronize data across your different applications. I'll start by showing this diagram, which is a visualization of the core concept of Pivotly, where you establish your key data elements inside of Pivotly Core, which can be files or structured data, and then you use Pivotly workflow or scripts to move that data from source systems to target systems, sometimes in a single, in a one-directional way, but sometimes in a bi-directional way, with both systems sharing the data and updating shared records. So to start with, you start by defining your domains in Pivotly, which is you can think of that as a table. And an example of a table would be right here, this entities table. You can see this has a schema for storing companies and people data. This is just an example. This schema can be whatever you might like it to be. To view data in a Pivotly domain, you can use the Data Explorer and you can sort and filter that data. So for example, here's data that's sitting in the entities domain, and you can filter by simply using this filter row or any kind of advanced filter that you'd like. To track data coming in and out of Pivotly, you can view transactions. Every data movement, reading and writing from Pivotly, is saved as a transaction for a number of reasons. So we can track errors with data that has failed to synchronize, or to do some more advanced data processing when it comes to actually bi-directional integrations where two systems are sharing a single record. We use a couple tools for tracking data coming into Pivotly called Ingest, and also data going out of Pivotly called data egress. And then we use workflows and scripts to actually move that data. So here's an example of a workflow that was moving data in from HubSpot. And then we also have scripts. And you can see an example of a script here that I will edit, where the script is actually moving data from Azure DevOps, which is just another system. And our scripts in Pivotly are written as Python. And when the scripts execute, or the jobs execute, you can see, or the workflows execute rather, you can see them all listed as jobs. And then these jobs then have a lot of details. You can see that this recurring process is having an error that needs to be addressed. And you can see both workflow output and script output here. And so you can see the different results are updating over here in the details for debug and for ongoing support for when there are issues with moving data between your systems. So there's a lot more to Pivotly, but those are the basic concepts of how you use Pivotly ODP and its workflow and scripts to synchronize data between different systems. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.